The Dodgers lose Game 4 of the World Series. They will not get the sweep. That champagne will not be popped tonight. We're going to break down the Dodgers Game 4 loss. The wildest fan interference you're ever going to see. Did Dave Roberts punt in Game 4? We're breaking it all down on the Dodgers Nation postgame show.
Another payoff. Benny got him with a slider. Mookie mashed. It's a grand slam. 83 and game ender.
What is up, Dodgers Nation, and welcome to the Dodgers Nation post-game show, the number one Dodgers post-game show on the internet. My name is Doug McCain, credentialed member of Dodgers Media. You can follow me on X and Instagram at DMac_LA. Now, if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to the number one Dodgers YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, hit that like button, and give me your reaction to this Game 4 loss. Are you concerned at all? Did Dave Roberts punt the game? Were you interested in the decision to have Daniel Hudson go out there and throw live BP to the Yankees? We're going to talk about this Game 4 loss. Is it something? Are they okay? Are they going to be fine in Game 5? We have so much to talk about in this one. Got some things I liked, some things I hated, and everything in between. And also, we're going to break down that fan interference, the wildest fan interference that you will ever see, And it was just unbelievable. The Dodgers, they lose Game 4 of the World Series to the Yankees by a final score of 11-4. The Dodgers got out hit 9-6. They had the error by Tommy Edman, which was sloppy. We'll talk about the presentation of this Dodgers team, just giving them too many opportunities to score runs, too many mis-executed pitches, too many balls, too many plays in certain spots that you did not make that breathe life into this Yankees offense. And yes, you look at the final score, 11-4, and it always felt like it was going to be too good to be true based on all the adversity that the Dodgers had faced this season, with all the injuries, the ups and downs, the series with the Padres, we're on the brink of elimination, the Mets, you split at home, and the lack of starting pitching and some of the issues that you have with your team in the offensive side at times. It always felt like, wait a minute, the Dodgers are going to sweep the New York Yankees in the World Series. It's going to be that easy. In the words of Vin Scully, nothing for the Dodgers ever comes easy. So it doesn't come as too much of a shock. Now, it would have been nice. I would love to be doing champagne shoeies right now instead of breaking down a loss. But tonight, it was a very interesting and winnable game that the Dodgers could absolutely have won. You could have absolutely won tonight, and you could have swept this Yankees team. And unfortunately for this team, not having a legitimate four-starter reared its ugly head once again. And you look at this game and how it played out. You had Ben Kasperius early on, and Ben Kasperius, he's the first guy to get the ball. And he has the stuff. He has got life on his fastball. It's a really nice slider. And Ben Kasperius comes out and he walks 3 in his 2 innings. He had 3 walks. Too many walks for this Dodgers rotation, for this bullpen, for the arms of LA tonight. And then he gives up 1 run, and you're okay with that. You're okay with the 1 run he gave up because it was like baseball deja vu, World Series deja vu once again because of Freddie Freeman. He comes out and he does what he's done this entire postseason. Mookie Betts gets a 1-out double to right. Freddie Freeman steps up to the plate. 2-1 count. He crushes a 2-run shot. That starts the Dodgers scoring. They go up 2-0 early. Second straight game with a 2-run bomb to right, a laser bomb. He's now homered in his 4 straight World Series games. He set a new Dodgers postseason record, set a new record for 6 straight World Series games with a home run, breaking George Springer. We know his didn't count because he was banging trash cans to help aid that. And that was the recipe. Score early, give your pitching a cushion, and go out there and continue to pile on. And you felt like this Dodgers team had to get 6 runs. I would say one of the keys to winning tonight was get 6 runs. And if you do that, you have a chance to win. Tonight, they got 4 runs, and you had missed opportunities. And that's what tonight felt like. Missed opportunities, sloppy play. I mean, even in the inning at the end with Brent Honeywell, where he throws 50 pitches to get 3 outs and wasn't missing bats. I mean, you had Will Smith not catching a foul out. I mean, there was the Tommy Edman error. I mean, there just wasn't as crisp. The Dodgers team that put this Yankees team in an 0-3 hole, that finished with the best record in baseball, after the 5th inning, that team wasn't there tonight. And you had an early lead. You feel good about that. Ben Kasperius, he's a rookie. He's starting in the World Series. And based on all things considered, did a nice job. I mean, really did a nice job. I mean, he walked Soto with 1 out in the first. But before we get to that, we can't bear the lead here. We have to talk about the very first out of the game for the Yankees. Torres, he hits one to right, and Mookie Betts makes a tremendous, spectacular catch in foul territory, and a fan tries to pry the ball out of Mookie's glove. Pry the ball out of Mookie's glove. Just look at this right here. Unfreaking believable. I have watched a trillion baseball games. I have never seen anything like this. I've never seen anything like this. A fan, an adult man is out here trying to rip the ball out of Mookie Betts' glove after he had successfully made the catch, after he had successfully made the out. Just incredible, incredible stuff. I think that, yes, when this happens and you interfere, you are automatically kicked out of the ballpark and you're guilty of fan interference. But what makes it crazier is his freaky, weird friend trying to get involved too. This is strange. We have got guys out here committing battery on players. I mean, it's insane. On Mookie Betts. It doesn't make any sense. And they're being celebrated by the crowd, which is absolutely disgusting. Classless fans cheering on this ridiculous behavior. And imagine if Mookie Betts gets injured here. Imagine if Mookie Betts hurts his wrist, hurts his hand. If Mookie Betts gets scratched here, that fan should pay restitution for the rest of his life. I mean, this was absolutely ridiculous. This fan does not deserve the right to go and play and pay money to watch Major League Baseball. This fan belongs nowhere near a stadium. This guy deserves a lifetime ban. Lock this dude up. Mookie should press charges. Mookie should press charges. He was assaulted by this fan. It's just absolutely ridiculous. How is this acceptable behavior? And how about this? Imagine being a fan and you drop a bag. You drop a bag to go to see the Dodgers versus the Yankees in the World Series, and then you're kicked out in the bottom of the first inning because you interfere. I mean, this is absolutely disgusting behavior. I just can't. It was hard for me to watch the next inning because I was so fixated on this fan doing this right here. It just did not make any sense to me. I hope that they take swift action. This is unacceptable behavior. Mookie Betts could have got hurt. And this fan said that Mookie was cussing at him. I hope that's the least that Mookie could do. That fan's lucky Mookie didn't come into the stands and go full Ron Artest on him. You don't try to rip a ball out of a player's glove. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Just don't understand this right here. This thing got me heated. What are your thoughts on this fan and this egregious behavior that really, thankfully, it feels like Mookie is okay. He didn't have to do it. But, yeah, B. West is assault. Why didn't Fox show the fans being ejected? They lost today, but tomorrow the Dodgers will shut the Yankees fans up. Dodgers in 7 from Daniel Clark. Wow. We got this next game, guys. Ron Artest. We got Jay Flair. Got that tomorrow. Sue him. This is really, like, just embarrassing behavior. But moving right along, and the good thing is that bottom of the first inning for Ben Kasperius, he didn't give any hits. I mean, he didn't give up any runs. And he gave the Soto walk. He walked Judge, and he worked his way around a first and second situation. But then after Chisholm grounded to short, you had runners on second and third, and he got Stan to ground out to end the inning. Now, the Dodgers had a real opportunity to blow this thing wide open and score more runs early on, but you just had some bad luck tonight. You just had some plays that you didn't make, and there were just certain opportunities that you couldn't capitalize on. Top of the second inning, Gavin Lux, you get a leadoff double from Gavin Lux. And look, I just want to point this out. the middle of the Dodgers lineup during this series, they've been bad. They've been bad. They have not produced. Max Muncy, he looks lost right now. Gavin Lux, thankfully, he was able to get a hit tonight and get that double. So you're gifted a leadoff double, no outs, and then Tommy Edman, a couple batters later, he lined into a double play. So you get no runs, just the one hit there. And then the bottom of the second inning, after a Volpe walk, Anthony Volpe steals second. You had the Yankees active on the base pass tonight, just more sloppy play, not taking advantage of situations. Wells doubled to center, and it was off the wall. It looked like Volpe should have scored there. He doesn't. He stays at third. Next batter, Alex Verdugo. He hits a ground ball to first. Volpe scored to make it 2-1. So the Yankees start chipping away early. So you look at those two innings right there. The first inning, the second inning, the Dodgers had the crowd silenced again thanks to Freddie Freeman hitting another home run. You had the Dodgers with an opportunity in the second after that Gavin Lux leadoff double, and they couldn't take advantage of it. And then the bottom of the second, really, when you look at Ben Casparius' outing, you take that. You take 2 innings of one-run ball from Ben Casparius. You absolutely do take that because you know what you're up against in a bullpen game. You know that for Dave Roberts to go for the kill shot and use his high leverage arms, he was going to need a bigger lead, and he was going to need to see more. But you still get 2 innings, and Ben Casparius gives it 1 run on 1 hit, had 1 strikeout, threw 43 pitches, just 23 for strikes. Wasn't great, but this is where the game really was won by the Yankees and lost by the Dodgers. And it took place there in the bottom of the third inning where Daniel Hudson just forgot how to throw strikes. And he was not good yesterday, and it really makes me scratch my head. And you have to understand what the Dodgers are doing here. I call it bullpen roulette. They're trying to save as many high leverage arms as you possibly can and only use them if you're extremely confident that you are going to win that game. At this stage of the game, anyone but Daniel Hudson would have been a better option. Landon Knack pitches in the third instead of Daniel Hudson. I think I'm drinking champagne out of a pair of Jordan 3s right now and a full bottle. And we're celebrating, and they're probably flipping cars in downtown LA, okay? Which I don't want to see any of. But it would have been a rowdy night. Fireworks you guys have been hearing. We'd be screaming and jumping and crying. That's how big of a decision that was. Even if you use Brusdar Graterol potentially in that situation. I mean, Daniel Hudson in a 2-1 game, it's still so early, considering the fact that Daniel Hudson, he hasn't looked good for months. The strikeout rate's been down. The command hasn't been there. He's retiring after this season. And you go to Huddy there, and you look at his appearance, he struck out Soto, really nice start, slider down the zone, very encouraging. But then he hits Judge with the first pitch, and that was a extremely uncompetitive pitch up and in on Aaron Judge. It hits him. And then Jazz Chisholm, very next batter, first pitch, he singles to right to give the Yankees runners on first and third. After that sequence right there in a 2-1 game where you can sweep the New York Yankees and be World Series champions, I'm dipping into that reliever well. I'm trying to at least use one of those high leverage guys in that situation. Instead, you leave Daniel Hudson out there to face Giancarlo Stanton. He almost hit Stanton in that at bat. Then Stanton ultimately draws a walk. That loads the bases. And still you have Hudson out there to face Anthony Rizzo, and he falls behind the count. It's a 2-1 count. Rizzo missed a couple pitches. Then on the fourth pitch of the at-bat, Rizzo gets a four-seam fastball, meatball right down Broadway, and he pops it to short. So he catches a break right there. And then, 2 outs, and Anthony Volpe at the plate. Very first pitch, Anthony Volpe ambushes a Daniel Hudson slider down and in. Not the worst pitch in the world. Volpe just guessed right, and he crushed it, hits a grand slam, and just like that, it's a 5-2 game. And in that inning, they get 4 runs on 2 hits. 4 runs on 2 hits, a 5-2 game. Daniel Hudson just did not have it. Do you guys agree with the decision to have Daniel Hudson out there? I think that, look, you have to understand that, yes, you got to keep these bullets, right? You can't just empty the clip every single time. But if you are strategic, you can use one of these high leverage arms early, which I just think that in this game, with all the confidence that you had in your team, the Yankees were ready to lose tonight. The Yankees, like I said, were on life support. You just had to go pull the plug. And instead, you breathed life into this Yankees team. The thing that it'd be one thing if you lost 2-1 and the offense didn't show up and they were able to get a big hit from someone late and find you win. They scored 11 runs. Juan Soto goes 1 for 4. Aaron Judge gets a hit at the end, has an RBI. Anthony Volpe 2 for 3. Wells 2 for 3. Verdugo 1 for 4. Gleyber Torres hits a home run, goes 1 for 5. The last thing you needed was for a Yankees team that's talented to get some confidence, to find a way to say, look, we can't hang with these guys. Now the Yankees know they can beat the Dodgers. And yes, it was their low leverage guys. Daniel Hudson really was the only one that you can make the case that's even inside that dog trust tree, right? I don't know if he's in the dogs now, though. I'm not so sure about that. But that was the inning right there. I mean, that certainly was the inning where everything fell apart. So let me know down below in the comments section, what were your thoughts on Daniel Hudson tonight and just sticking with that? Got a lot of super chats I'm going to get into. Welcome to the Dodgers Dugout, Dodgers Nation post-game show, guys. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell. We're doing tons of giveaways. If you didn't watch the watch party, doing tons of giveaways. Maybe we'll do a giveaway for funsies. We got $1.99 super chat B squad pitchers tonight. Tomorrow we win $49.99. My man Drew over there is trying to single-handedly raise all the funds we need for the re-sign Teoscar Hernandez. Fun to give you a comment of the show for that.
You win. Perfect.
And he says, first cheering for Ohtani's injury, then trying to break Mookie's arm today, and this false confidence their fan base has now after we punted this game. I have a reason to hate the Yankees now. Dodgers in 5. Yeah, it does feel like this took a turn in the direction where the Yankees, they feel like they're off the mat. They feel like they're back in this series, and it does take one game to get that confidence. They do have that, but I agree with you, man. I mean, that fan, he should never ever, unless he wants to go full Bobby Valentine mustache disguise, he can never be at a postseason game again. Imagine if Mookie gets injured. I mean, that'd be one of the stories of the year, and a bad one at that. CVG323 $1.99 super chat. This was the game LA could lose. B squad out. So a lot of positivity. A lot of you guys are okay with this. We got Mets had Grimace. Yanks have triple chin assaulter. It's a fire take right there. Can give you a little fire take right there just because I don't know. We're just we're in a loss right here, but let me get a little fire take action here on the Dodgers Nation post-game show. We got the Rianu Keeves $1.99. A fan yelled Freddie sucks during the cancer spot. Oh my gosh, if that's true. This is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Some kind of wonderful $1.99. Shohei needs to show up. Yeah, Shohei Ohtani. The strikeouts. It's the strikeouts for Shohei Ohtani, and we'll talk more about him in a little bit. I have some thoughts on him and his at-bats. But, yeah, we're still waiting on that big-time Shohei moment. It's not like he didn't do anything tonight. He had a walk. He had a single. I mean, he did contribute. He was 1 for 4. Didn't have a walk. He had the single. Went 1 for 4. And Adrian Sanchez, $4.99. Ohtani is freaking me out. Shoulder issue aside, dude has been chasing. He's going to break that funk, right? Is he trying too hard? Dodgers in 5. Yeah, I mean, he really is put in a position where, I mean, he went 0 for 1 with runners in scoring position tonight. And, yeah, you definitely want to see some better at-bats from Shohei Ohtani. But for me, the thing that really sticks out is just the lack of power. The lack of power in big spots. You just don't see that from Shohei Ohtani right now. He's just not barreling up a lot of balls. You had the double in Game 1. But outside of that, I mean, it's pretty incredible that we have not seen a deep fly from Shohei during this series. I mean, his last at-bat against Leiter, I mean, goes down swinging. I mean, he saw 5 splitters in a row. He had a runner on first, and he swings and misses at a splitter on the outside corner. You just have not seen great Shohei Ohtani at-bats. He's expanding, and at some point, it's almost a hope that, hey, he's due. He's going to hit one deep. But the unfortunate thing is that you're just not seeing the thump. And you look at him in the regular season. During the regular season, Shohei Ohtani it was like a couple games go by, home run. Maybe 3 games go by, home run. It was very rare. It was very rare that he would not hit a big fly. And this series, he's gone 25 at-bats without a home run in the postseason. In his last 25 postseason at-bats, he has not homered. This year, he hit a home run every 11.78 at-bats. So you're looking at a bomb every 11.78 at-bats. And this postseason, he's on a streak where he's 0 for his last 25 when it comes to leaving the yard. And he did have some opportunities, but, early on, that bat early on in the first, he had a slider, really was a mistake pitch. He popped to short, and then Freddie would ultimately hit that home run. The top of the third, he flies to center, slider down and in, just early big swings and big counts. You want to see a little more patience. And then later in the game, you're just not seeing great at-bats. He did, in the 5th inning, he did hit a single on the first pitch with runners on first and second. That would ultimately lead to that Freddie Freeman fielder's choice where he ran it out and Edmonds scored to make it a 5-4 game, so he contributed there. But, yeah, he's just not playing like an MVP, so you're absolutely right. So some more Super Chats, guys. Welcome to the Dodgers Nation post-game show after the Dodgers lose to the New York Yankees. The Yankees stave off elimination. I so badly wanted to be like, oh, my gosh, the Yankees got swept. I wanted to break out those broomsticks. Dodger Blue 82, 199. I see Ohtani on a milk box. Ouch. So he's getting the Aaron Judge treatment. Devin, $2. Mets had Grimace. We got Rihanna Keeves. We have some kind of wonderful 199. Appreciate that. Let's keep it moving. Jason Diamond, 999. Ohtani has looked like Taylor in the World Series at the plate. Maybe he isn't meant for the bright lights. Adrian Sanchez says, dude has been chasing. He's going to break out of this funk, right? Is he trying too hard? There's a little bit of a try hard there, a little bit in between. And I think that you have to believe that you saw him when he was on base, him kind of favoring the shoulder brace that he has, a little makeshift one. Jose Rod 499. Bullpen games are fine. What's not okay is they use the C tier guys in a series clinching game. Gave them confidence and got momentum now up. That's from Jose Rod 05. And yeah, that's what I was alluding to at the top of the show is you can lose a game when you're up 3 games to nothing. But my issue was the Dodgers looked like the team that was up 3-0. They looked like the comfortable team that it was okay. If the offense explodes, we'll take the win. But if it doesn't, we're going to be fine with not using the high leverage arms. And you give this Yankees team that has a lot of talent a ton of confidence. You truly do. And that's kind of the problem with, so to speak, punting games with your bad pitchers is when you use your pitchers that aren't as good as your high leverage guys, well, you give favorable matchups to the opposing hitters. And those hitters, like we saw tonight, you get a ton of hits. You get home runs. You go deep. And tonight we saw that on display, and it gives confidence and wakes up their stars and their struggling players. And that is really the issue they had in this one is the Yankees absolutely needed a game like this, a get right, let's wake up and try to make something of the series. And look, you're still in a great spot. You have a rested bullpen. You did not use Michael Kopech. Blake Trinan gets another day of rest. So he's been off now, the off day yesterday and today, so he'll have 3 days off. So you got arrested Blake Trinan after he threw 22 pitches in Game 1, 33 in Game 2, so you have to feel good about that. You didn't use Alex Vest. You didn't use Anthony Bonda. You didn't use Ryan Brazier. You have a complement of rested high-leverage bullpen pieces, and you're in a good shape. You're in good shape behind Jack Flaherty. And the problem is, Jack Flaherty, hopefully you don't get Game 5 NLCS Jack Flaherty would give 8 runs in 3 innings. And you also hopefully have a shorter leash, too, which 100% you will have. So from that standpoint, you are in a good spot. But the truth is, as good as this Dodgers bullpen has been and these relievers have executed, is they're still bullpen pieces. And the Yankees have talented hitters, and the more times that they have opportunities to face the likes of a Michael Kopech and a Ryan Brazier and Anthony Bonda, Alex Vest, Brusdar Graterol, and Blake Trinan, the more times they face those guys, the more comfortable they're going to be against them in the batter's box. So that's kind of the one thing that really hurts you. And then the deeper this series gets, the more of a factor that is. Because this is a Yankees team that they were ice cold. They were cold. They were unrecognizable. They were unrecognizable. I mean, they didn't look anything like the team that was first and second with the Dodgers in essentially every single offensive category in the regular season. They were about as unrecognizable as Dwayne Wade's statue. I mean, they were unrecognizable. You couldn't even see these guys. And tonight, that is evident that you woke this offense up. And I guarantee you that this Yankees team, a couple things they're thinking about, they're like, man, it just feels great not to get swept. Guys hate getting swept, and closeout games are very difficult because of the pride factor. But you have to understand, too, that this isn't a Dodgers team. This is the normal up 3-0 feeling because you don't have a dependable four-starter, because you're starting pitching. They've been great this series, but now we're in a situation where you're going to probably have to see guys again. And the second time around, that's when great hitters make their adjustments. And the question we have tomorrow is, if the Dodgers don't win tomorrow, did you let the Yankees back in the series by sticking with Daniel Hudson there in the third inning, by not going for the kill shot in a close game where that Yankees team, they did use a lot of their big relievers. I mean, they've used Clay Holmes in all 4 games so far. He's had 4 scoreless innings. Dodgers get more looks against him. He is taxed, and his availability is in question. It's the World Series, so we'll see. And then you got Weaver. You use Mark Leiter Jr., and you use Tim Hill 3 times. And Weaver, because the offense didn't get an opportunity to go back out there in a close game because of Brent Honeywell getting rocked there, giving up 5 runs in the 8th inning, you didn't have to use Weaver again, right? He did his job, and he did his job successfully. So that is the concern I have, because this Yankees team, through the first 3 games, they had no slug. If you want the dub, you got the slug. They didn't get any dubs because they didn't have any slug. They had hit 3 home runs and hit 3 doubles in the first 3 games. 3 home runs and 3 doubles in the first 3 games for the Yankees. Tonight, what happened? It was a whole different story for this Yankees offense. You had the big grand slam from Anthony Volpe. Wells, he had done nothing all postseason. He hits a big bomb to give you a much-needed insurance run that really, I think, was the beginning of the real end of this game there in the 6th that made it a 6-5 game. And then you had the big home run there by Gleyber Torres at the end of Honeywell. So you get that, you get the home runs, and then you also get the doubles. Soto hit a double. Volpe hit a double. So heading into this game, you had 3 home runs in 3 games. Tonight they hit 3 home runs just tonight in this win. So that's the risk you run, is you make this Yankees team, you give them confidence, you breathe new life into them. You had them on life support. Now they feel like they got some life. But let me know down below in the comments section. We got to Jonathan 499 Super Chat. Mixed feelings. If Dave goes to top arms and they give up the lead, they're diminished behind Jack tomorrow with a 2-run lead. It was the safer move. I agree. And I've been beating that drum this entire time. And I've been saying that this entire time. The one time you use the high leverage arm and it doesn't work out, then you're in a tough situation. Well, the thing is, though, you have more than just one high leverage arm. If you replace Daniel Hudson, even with Landon Knack in that situation, and give Landon Knack a lot of credit. I mean, Landon Knack is my Dodgers dog of the game.
Dodger dog of the game.
Because he went out there and pitched really well considering the circumstances, did give up the home run, but he went 4 innings, had 2 strikeouts, gave just 1 run in 4 innings and just 2 hits through 56 pitches, 33 for strikes. So give the Knack attack a lot of credit for saving the Dogs, a lot like Brent Honeywell did in Game 5 of the NLCS. But the truth is, being aggressive in certain spots doesn't mean you have to empty the clip and use all those bullpen arms. It just, where this Yankees team was, they were DOA. They were done. They were ready to lose. And if you just go with a different move in that situation, I think that you give your offense more confidence against the Yankees team, and then the pressure's all on the Yankees at that point. and there's a chance that you win tonight and you sweep that team. So, yeah, you're absolutely. They did go the safe route. And what Dave Roberts calls them, he calls them minus games. That's what he's been labeling these. These are the minus games where it feels like you don't have a chance to win or the chances are stacked against you. So, because of the lack of arms in your starting rotation, you don't want to compromise future games. So, you better win tomorrow. You don't want to come back to L.A. for Game 6. And tomorrow, you got their ace on the mound in Garrett Cole, and we saw how Jack Flaherty performed against the Mets of New York. I still have confidence. I think Jack Flaherty figured some things out from what I've heard mechanically, and he feels like he's in a good spot. But the good thing is the Dodgers did fight back, and give them a lot of credit. The Dodgers did fight back. The offense wasn't done after that Anthony Volpe grand slam. Will Smith, he hit a bomb, and it's good to see Will Smith get some offense. And yes, it was a home run that was only a home run at Yankee Stadium. But for Will Smith to go up there in the 5th inning and hit a home run, that definitely is hopefully a sign of life for other parts of this order that haven't been contributing very much. And they definitely need some other guys to step up. And you can't rely on the Freddie Freeman show and the Mookie Betts show this entire time. Tommy Edman and Kike Hernandez have been contributing as well. Max Muncy, it hasn't looked good. Max Muncy tonight, he goes 0 for 3, draws a walk. Kike 0 for 4. The middle of that Dodgers lineup, Teo goes 1 for 4. He missed a couple pitches. Gavin Lux went 1 for 3 with the double. Smith, though, batting in the 8th hole, he was able to get a home run. And that's definitely a promising sign because we know what he's capable of when he's at his best. And Will Smith's solo shot, that made a 5-3 game. It's a 5-3 game in the 5th. It's a 5-3 game in the 5th. I'm telling you, if Daniel Hudson doesn't go Daniel Hudslin there in that 3rd inning, I think this team wins this game and we're celebrating the Dodgers' 8th World Series title. So it's going to have to wait. After the Will Smith home run, Tommy Edman, he draws a walk. That was it for Luis Gil. They go to Tim Hill. And Shohei Ohtani, he singles, followed by Mookie Betts grounding into a fielder's choice at shortstop. Ohtani, they get him at 2nd. Edman advances to 3rd on the play. Next batter, Freddie Freeman, first pitch. He hits it into a fielder's choice at 2nd. And by the way, another Dodger dog of the game has to go with Freddie Freeman. We're seeing one of the very best World Series performances that we've ever seen. He's getting Dodger dog of the game for running that one out. They originally ruled him out, and it was a bad night for the umpires. They originally ruled him out, and they reviewed it, and the Dodgers end up getting another run because of it. But he's hustling down the line on one ankle, 1 foot, and it led to a run right there. By the way, these umpires were, Doug Eddings, awful, man. Someone get that guy to Kike Hernandez's optometrist because he was terrible. But a Dodger dog of the game for Freddie Freeman.
Dodger dog of the game.
It's got to give him a lot of credit. By the way, if you haven't yet, be sure to head over to GearUp.la for all the gear. I'm seeing people in the comments talk about having their T-shirts. That's really awesome. So the Dodgers are within 1 run right there after they overturn that. It's a 5-4 game, and then Clay Holmes comes in to face Teoscar Hernandez, and he flies to left. So it's a 5-4 game. The Dodgers get 2 runs on 2 hits in the 5th. They're right in there, and that Yankees team is so petrified of the Dodgers offense at that point. Landon Knack comes in, and he just grinded out some innings, man. He was executing really nice fastballs on the corner, and the bottom of the 5th was an example of a play that really bothered me, and that is the defensive execution and kind of the sloppy play that we saw in this one. Like I said, this Dodgers team was playing like a team that had a 3-0 lead. They didn't have the same urgency of a team that was playing with a must-win. And the very first batter, Aaron Judge, he was safe at first on that fielding error by Tommy Edman. And I just don't understand there what Tommy Edman is doing. He doesn't shift his feet. He tries to one-hand the ball instead of getting in front of it and making a play. That was a routine play on a 2-hop ground ball right there, and he's unable to execute on it. Thankfully, Landon Knack worked his way out of it. You had the walk. He ends up walking next batter, Jazz Chisholm, on 6 pitches. Then he strikes out Stanton with a slider, gets him to chase a slider on the outer part of the plate, then gets a couple flyouts to get out of the inning. So they could have been worse. Thankfully, didn't lead to a run in that situation. So good job there by Landon Knack. And I was really proud of him. Friend of the show, really a friend of mine, and it was really cool to see him go out there and execute on a big stage. I was really happy for some of these young Dodgers. And then we've got the bottom of the 6th inning. Wells hits that home run to right, 384 feet. That makes it a 6-4 game. At that point, you're still within 2. You still have a lot of outs to work with. You're not too concerned at that point. You think that there's going to be pressure on them. But that really was kind of what really changed things for the Dodgers at that point, because you knew that if the Yankees were going to pile it on, you're going to stick with Landon Knack, and people were wanting Landon Knack out of that game. I'm saying leave him in at that point. At that point, just leave him in. It was early in the game. I think he would have gone for the kill shot. And then what really hurt the Dodgers tonight is the inning they could have really made a comeback. And you're down 6-4, top of the 7th. You have Mark Leiter Jr. Tommy Edman draws a one-out walk. He steals second. They have Shohei Ohtani at the plate. 3-2 count. He swings and misses at a splitter out of the zone. And you're noticing him not extending as much on those pitches out of the zone, kind of favoring that shoulder. I do believe that at the very least psychologically, it has to be impacting his swing and his approach. They'll never admit to it. But the truth is, I mean, tonight he did not look great at the plate. And it's not even the swing and miss. It was the pitches early in the at bat that really were alarming to me. I mean, he takes a splitter that was up right in the middle of the plate, and the second one he swings and misses at a cutter, and he's just not seeing spin right now, and he's not crushing mistakes. So that definitely was the concern. And then they bring in Weaver to face Mookie Betts with a runner on second, and it's a 2-2 count. And Mookie Betts, he swings and misses on a four-seam fastball up and in. And you know that Mookie's kryptonite, fastballs away. They set him up really nicely in that at-bat. The third pitch on the 1-1, you go with the four-seam fastball in the outer half. Mookie, he swings and misses. So, yeah, Weaver, I mean, that's their high-leverage guy, right? I mean, that's their guy, that's their closer that they need him to be successful for them to have any chance at this one. So he had an opportunity there in the 7th inning, and unfortunately, the Yankees closer did his job. And Weaver has retired all 11 batters that he's faced in 3 games this series. And you did have an opportunity to face Weaver later in that game, but the offense didn't get a chance to see him because the fact that Brent Honeywell really got smoked when he made his appearance. Bottom of the 8th inning, Brent Honeywell in to pitch. Second batter he faces, Anthony Volpe. He tries to get him with a slider. Anthony Volpe has the game of his life. He doubled to left. Then he comes back and he walks Wells on 7 pitches. And then what frustrated me as far as one of the big takeaways tonight, just not great execution and presentation. Like Ned Coletti used to say, it's about presentation, not having sloppy play. No errors, walks, giving yourself a chance to lose, not giving yourself a chance to win. Snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. No, it's the other way around, right? You snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. And it felt like the Dodgers were doing a little bit of that tonight because you're not holding runners. You are hitting batters. You're having errors. You're not making plays in foul territory. So, I mean, there's certain parts of this game where you're like, well, man, what was the plan for tonight, right? I mean, you guys could have won tonight, but still, that Yankees team, they were desperate. And they played like it today, and I think the Dodgers gave them some opportunities that they capitalized on. So you have to give them credit. But then Verdugo, he grounded to a fielder's choice at second. Then Volpe scored on the play. That made it 7-4 Yankees. Next batter, Gleyber Torres, 1-1 count, four-seam fastball right down in the middle of the plate. He crushes a bomb to right, a 3-run shot. That makes it 10-4 Dodgers. It's over and out for LA in this game. And next batter, Juan Soto, 9-pitch at bat. He doubled to right. Then very next batter, Aaron Judge, 1-1 count. He singled to left to score Soto to make an 11-4 game. Judge steals second, right? They're running wild. And then he does get out the next 2 batters. You got Chisholm to fly to left and Stanton popped to second. But they blew it right open there. That was the I knew it was over when moment definitely came in the sequence where Verdugo grounded to the fielder's choice and Volpe scored to make it 7-4 game. At that point, it's a pretty tough to come back on the road with 3 runs. And then the Gleyber one, it's good night. It's the Joe Buck line. We'll see you tomorrow night after the David Freese home run in 2011, right? So, yeah, 5 runs on 4 hits in that inning. And Brent Honeywell, he threw 50 pitches, 5-0. Man, did he wear that one. He definitely wore that one to get those 3 outs. And he ends up getting 5 runs. So, hey, that's what they have to do. They have to wear it to basically stop using any other high-leverage games and high-leverage arms. And, yeah, the good news, the positives in this one, Daniel Hudson, the only high-leverage arm you did use. and he had his worst outing. And, yeah, if he's the guy that took one for the team, then that was him. If it was Brent Honeywell that took one for the team, then that was him. So a tough loss. Sweeps in the World Series are not easy to come by. The good news, like I said, the best news, the most positive Mitch Lotta half-full takeaway in all this, he didn't use Try in the last couple of days. He didn't use Kopech, Vesia, Banda, Brazier. You're in a good spot to win tomorrow. You got their ace on the mound in Garrett Cole. But the worst-case scenario, the very worst-case scenario for the Dodgers, because you did go up 3-0, is that you come back to L.A. and you have 2 games to win 1. So that's the worst-case scenario. And I think that during the Padres series, during certain parts of this season, maybe a couple minutes after you got word that Tyler Glasnow was shut down or Gavin Stone's shoulder was going to undergo surgery or Clayton Kershaw toe was going to need surgery, during some of those moments, if I told you, hey, how about 3-2 and you're going back to L.A. with 2 games with a chance to win the World Series, I think you would have taken that. But still, the longer this series goes, the more confidence the Yankees have. I feel like at this point, the Yankees have nothing to lose. And teams that have nothing to lose are very, very dangerous. And I think that the good thing is tomorrow, the pitching matchup, you have to believe that it's still, as far as the starting pitcher goes, it favors the Yankees. But the Dodgers did get into that bullpen. Like I said, you saw Weaver, Mark Leiter Jr., you saw the lefty Tim Hill. I mean, they pitched 3 times. So you've used Clay Holmes all 4 games. So you definitely got to that bullpen. There's no doubt about it. Game 6, I think the Dodgers, they'll be back to having that advantage with Yoshinobu Yamamoto. And the Yankees, there's the 4 team out of 25 that have been down 0-3 that won Game 4. They're the first. This is the first time since the Reds did this against the Orioles in 1970 that a team was able to avoid elimination. So the Dodgers, it's going to have to come down to tomorrow. We're going to have to wait another day. But, yeah, the missed plays, the missed opportunities, you're up 2-0. You could have taken the Yankees right out of this game in the second inning, and you didn't do it. The inning-ending double play just kills you right there. So a lot of shoulda, woulda, coulda today, and yeah, it's unfortunate. I felt like this was the game, and the umpires were bad. I mean, you got the umpires were out there wearing Yankees colors. Just saying, a little conspiracy theorist right there. And then the interference call was crazy. But now let's focus on the comments, guys. Let's read all your comments, and then we'll talk more about what we'll see in the future in Game 5. After we kind of wear this loss a little bit. But thanks for rocking with us, guys. We've got tons of super chats. We got Johnny Lopez, $20. I appreciate that. We had our C-list pitchers today. Calm down, folks. We punted this game. Roberts and I both had money on the game. Hee, big bro dad. Let little bro win one. Daddy Manfred said so. Yeah. Okay. You want to chalk it up to that? I'll give you that. Let me do a little. Do you want? Let's give you a comment to the show. Let's give you a comment to the show. I'll give you a fire take actually. We got Rosemary Rodriguez, $4.99. Those 2 fans grabbing Mookie triggered me, and seeing John Boy laughing during it and posting it even more. It's not funny. Did Jimmy do that? Come on, man. I'm gonna have my man Talking Jake on the show tomorrow. So yeah, I mean, look, I just think that moment alone. If Mookie's injured and has to miss this series. Who's to say? I mean, who's to say that that's not possible? Don't touch the players, man. Do not touch. You can look, but you can't touch. And the fan, Mookie's cussing at me. Me. Bro, you're an adult dude that tried to rip a ball out of a guy's glove after recording out. What did he think was going to happen? I mean, hey, I just hope he got to keep the ball. Did he get to keep the ball? Did he get to keep that ball? How much is it worth? Dodger Blue 82, $1.99. I seen Shohei Ohtani on a milk carton. Oh, man, now we're doing milk carton stuff. Now people are going to start sending pictures of Shohei Ohtani in text messages saying if I show you this picture, if I send you a picture of Ohtani, it means I'm not showing up. Come on now. Let's not do that to our guy. Let's not do that to our glorious king, Shohei. If anything, this sets him up for a big game. He goes 1 for 4 tonight and kind of jump into the series tonight. And yeah, Shohei's going to be fine. This will set him up for a big game. And I just think that it's been a rough, man. I mean, the way they're attacking him, I mean, he still sets things up. I mean, he's still setting things up. I mean, with big walks, and you're not seeing a lot of support from the bottom of the lineup, at least in this game, unfortunately. And then tonight, I mean, he did get that single that did lead to a run there in the 5th inning after the Freddie Freeman fielder's choice that he hustled down the line. So you got to give him credit for that. But the Dodgers lose Game 4 of the World Series. New York, hey, the Bronx Bombers were the Bronx Bombers tonight, and it required them doing that to stay alive. You got a grand salami from Anthony Volpe, Glaber, Wells, a crazy fan. It was a wild game. And the winning pitcher goes to Clay Holmes, goes an inning and third, pitched 2 innings and had 2 strikeouts, goes an inning and third. Then losing pitcher Daniel Hudson, he goes 1 frame, gave up 4 runs on 2 hits, 1 walk and 1 strikeout. And it's going to be hopefully tomorrow for the clincher. But did the Yankee fan get kicked out of the stadium? Oh, you bet. You bet. I mean, just in general, you're guaranteed a kick out for that one. Trash Muncie. Yankees were celebrating like they won the World Series tonight on our AAA arms. That's from Ricky Vasquez. Ricky Vasquez always brings some fire takes. I'm going to give you a nice little finish him right here. He's always killing with those.
Finish him.
This isn't going to be easy for Mitchell Miller. Going to Game 6 from the boss. We got Daddy Chill. Daddy Chill. I love that thing. Johnny King, what's up? We got Sporks, Javier Mora. Yeah, you guys are going hard in the chat, so keep going. I'm going to focus on all of your comments. Going to read some more super chats right here. Enrique Hernandez, what up, Kike? Kike is hitting us up. The Banana Man, our Banana King, Mr. Keektober himself, is hitting us up from the Dodgers clubhouse at Yankee Stadium. He says, I'll hit a home run tomorrow, guys. We got this, 499. Andrew_Nathan, RPS, 499. D-Mac, are we worried that our bats haven't been there this series like the last series? Should Dave play Miggy Road tomorrow at shortstop? Kike at second, and Tommy in center field? I don't think that's necessarily the problem. I think that it's more a byproduct of the middle of the lineup. And look at the series that Max Muncy had. I mean, he was fantastic in the league championship series. He set a new record for consecutive times reaching base, and he's really been mixed up and kind of lost at the plate during this series. If you look at the stats now after 4 games, Freddie, of course, unbelievable, absolutely hotter than the devil's armpit. He's 5 for 16, hit 4 home runs, has a triple, 10 ribbies, no strikeouts. No strikeouts is ridiculous. No strikeouts for Freddie Freeman. That's unbelievable. During the game, there was a part when you saw the strikeouts, and Freddie Freeman had no strikeouts, and the Yankees as a group had 31 combined. Just incredible. And Freddie had out-homered him. Freddie, 4 home runs in 4 games after having no extra base hits through the first part of this postseason. So Freddie, 5 for 16. If we take a look at the box score for this game and for the entire series combined, Tommy Edmonds, 4 for 12, hitting .333. And really the names that you want to see step up and kind of take that next level are some of the guys in the middle. I mean, Mookie hitting .267. He's 4 for 15. He has 1 double so far, 2 RBIs. Mookie, from a power surge standpoint, you saw him hit a lot of home runs. He was homering left and right against the SD season-done Padres. And I thought tonight, it was going to be the Yankees. I was going to tell the Yankees players, hey, say hi to all the Padres for me down in Cancun. Wasn't the case. Then Gavin Lux, he's 1 for 8. Kike's 3 for 14, hitting .214. Will Smith, 2 for 14, 143 with a home run and 2 RBIs. So, yeah, if you look at this Dodgers lineup, really outside of Teoscar Hernandez, Freddie Freeman, and Tommy Edman, the rest of the guys, I mean, Mookie hitting .267, Kike 214, Will Smith 143, Shohei is 2 for 15, hitting .133, has just 1 extra base hit in 4 games. 25 consecutive postseason at-bats without a big fly for Shohei after averaging a home run just under every 12 at-bats in the regular season. So they need more. Look, Shohei, you guys know that not a lot of people on this planet, maybe his family and Decoy, I mean, not a lot of people love Shohei more than this guy right here. But he's got to step up. I mean, we need more from our $700 million glorious king, Shohei Ohtani, going 2 for 15 so far in his first World Series. Max Muncy is hitless. He's 0 for 12. Rojas, small at bats, 0 for 3. Kike, he gave you his numbers. Kike 3 for 14. And if you look at extra base hits, the guys who have homered this series, you got home runs from Smith, Teoscar, Tommy Edman, and Freddie Freeman. And you haven't had any extra base hits from Max Muncy, and yeah, you just need more from this lineup. They definitely need to step up in a big way, and hopefully tomorrow is that day. But some more super chats down below in the comments section. We've got, you guys are firing away. You love to see it. Roberts punted in the third with the lead. That's from D. Frankham, $2 super chat. Jonathan, $4.99. Mixed feelings. If Dave goes to top arms and they give up the lead, they're diminished behind Jack tomorrow with a 2-run lead. It was the safer move. Certainly it was the safer move. No one's denying that it's not the safer move. But the way that things transpired, you lost the game. You woke up their bats. You look sloppy. They're playing with house money because there's no pressure at this point. There really is no pressure on this Yankees team, even though they are the New York Yankees and you can get booed and you are probably going to fire your manager potentially in Aaron Boone. Look, they realize that no team has ever came back down 0-3 in the World Series. And I think that this is not just your typical 0-3 deficit. Now it's a 1-3 series, one more game in New York, and they would love to play spoiler coming back to LA. So, series is not over. Series is not over. But tomorrow, you're going to really try to be aggressive, and you're going to really hope to get as many innings as you can out of Jack Flaherty, who pitched well in Game 1, but did not look great on the road in New York in the NLCS. Hopefully we don't see a repeat of that performance. We have D. Frankham, $2 super chat. Muncy is chasing everything off the plate. Lots of chase from Max Muncy. You're absolutely correct. I mean, he just is not seeing the ball well at all. And that's what they need. That was kind of the big key for this team is that, hey, they don't need Ohtani to be an MVP, and they can still beat you. And look, it's important to remember, they're up 3-1. Okay, you're up 3-1 this series. You're up 3-1 for a reason. And a lot of that is because of your starting pitching heading into this one. Your starters 16 2/3 innings, and you've gone out there and you've performed very well, right? You had a scoreless performance from Walker Buehler, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. He gave up the 1 home run to Juan Soto, and Jack Flaherty in Game 1, he was grinding, gave up 2 runs in 5 1/3. So 3 runs in 16 2/3 innings from your starting pitching. That's why you're up 3-0, plus really effective bullpen usage. Dave Roberts pushing the right buttons through the first 3 games. And then the offense, led by Freddie Freeman, hitting the first walk-off grand slam in World Series history in Game 1. In Game 2, hits another big home run. You get the big bombs in the slug in Game 2. You get Tommy Edman. You get Mr. Teoscar Hernandez. So you need more guys to step up in big spots if you want to finish the job. And Max Muncy certainly has not looked good. There's no doubt about it. I mean, if you look at some of his at-bats tonight, he did draw a walk in the 4th inning. And then later in this one, I mean, the top of the 6th, he goes down swinging on 3 pitches. Just not a good at-bat. I mean, sweeper down the way. Do not like what I'm seeing from Max Muncy right now. He's certainly one that is pretty much slumping the hardest. We got California All-Stars. Keep it the way it is. We are hitting fine. No, don't touch the lineup. We're fine. Dodgers win tomorrow from Rodriguez. Johnny Lopez, it's strategy. As soon as you put Hudson in, I knew we were punting till tomorrow. We got this, big bro. Yeah, I hope so, and I'm confident they're going to win this. I am confident, but I wanted to sweep the Yankees, okay? I wanted to get greedy. We got Andy Sanchez, $4.99. Show has struggled at Yankee Stadium since he was an Angel. He's been a no-show on Broadway. His worst start as a pitcher is at Yankee Stadium, L.A. in 5. I like the confidence right there, and you're absolutely right. Ohtani, throughout his career, hasn't fared very well at Yankee Stadium. But look, I mean, one of the top billing of this series was Judge versus Ohtani, right? It was the Thrilla in Manila. It was a heavyweight title fight, and so far it hasn't been those 2 guys that have been the big deciding factors in this series. So the longer this goes, the more chances that could possibly happen. But throughout his career, Shohei Ohtani, I mean, you would think that with that short porch that it would absolutely be in his favor to hit some bombs. And there's a conventional wisdom would tell you that you would at the very least see some more extra base hits. But let's hope tomorrow this sets up the signature Shohei Ohtani game. Let's hope that this sets that up. And we got Dodgers win tomorrow from Mr. G. Franco Bradshaw says Dodgers should win tomorrow, but Moto wins in L.A. The crowd needs to be silent for Ohtani. let's go. We should have Pajes in our lineup. We haven't seen him this series. He has got his opportunities, but I think you look at their starting rotation, the lefties, and who he excels at. It really hasn't been that many opportunities, really. We have DeFranco, Muncy is chasing. We have Christopher Torres. Should Lux get benched? Rojas, Kike, and Edman. So Gavin Lux has impacted this game with his base running. Yesterday, the steal, he's able to come around, even on the hobbled kind of hip flexor thing he's dealing with, the hamstring situation. He's still been effective as a base runner. He's giving you quality defense all season. And look, if you're going to face a righty, I mean, he's going to be in there. I mean, the guys you can't take off are Kike Hernandez and the Tommy Edman types. And yes, Tommy Edman did have the error today, but is Rojas at short really going to change the calculus of this team? Is it really going to do a lot? Because from a base runner, he's a negative. As a hitter, it's not like he made the most of his opportunities in the game that he did start in this one against Carlos Rodon. So he didn't blow me away against Rodon. So, I mean, if it gets deeper into the series and you face Rodon again, certainly he'll get an opportunity. But look, Gavin Lux hit a double tonight. I mean, Gavin Lux, I mean, have we seen a double from Miguel Rojas? I mean, no, we have not. So I just don't see it. I just don't see it. So I think tonight, when you look at where this team is at, I mean, they kind of want to go with the offense that kind of got them there. And tonight, I mean, not a lot of Dodgers were putting together great at-bats. And Gavin Lux ends up going 1 for 3, and he got that double on heel that really, hopefully, should have kind of set the game on fire for them. So it just wasn't the case. But some more Super Chats, guys. We have lots of you guys down below. Welcome to the Dodgers Nation postgame show. By the way, if you haven't yet, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, follow us on Instagram, on the X, and go get our newest gear. The Kurt Gibson, Freddie Freeman one, the Freddie meets Gibby one, that one's hot on the streets. People are loving that one. The Kike WDGAF t-shirt, people are still loving that one, so definitely go pick one up as soon as you can at gearup.la. MM Forever 199. If we drop 4 straight, I'm never watching this team. If we drop 4 straight, oh my goodness. If we drop 4 straight, I'm going to be drinking bleach out of a shoe, okay? So let's hope that does not happen, okay? As Dodgers fans, we know what we've been through as a fan, some just undying love for this beautiful, great franchise that gives us so much joy and so much pain at times, but still, I definitely think that don't want to be on the wrong side of history. But you do bring up something that is valid in that this series is going to go 2 ways. Baseball immortality for the Dodgers, World Series glory, or the all-time biggest choke job in the history of the World Series. That's all it can do right now. That's the truth of the matter is. D-Mac all-night stream, let's go. What up, Jack Geezy? What's up, Brian Gax? What's up, Boom Shakalaka? What's up, Steve Sapo, Rod Wilson, Callie B, and Jonathan Brewer? I saw a good one from about Brent Honeywell that I wanted to read, but so many comments that it's going crazy with it. But let's read some more super chats, and we'll read some more comments as well. $5 super chat from RenRen42. If we take Shohei out, who will replace him, and how will the lineup look like? Look, if that were to happen, I think you probably would see Will Smith go to DH, and then Austin Barnes could catch. There's a scenario there. I got news for you. They're not taking Shohei Ohtani out of this lineup unless something happened that made his shoulder worse. I was told that is not something that's possible with the subluxation, so I don't think that's going to happen. It's not. Daniel Clark, more Dodger baseball, 199. You're a Dodgers sicko. You're like, okay, let's do the positive. More baseball. I don't want to have to sit this whole cold, long winter and have to wait for spring training. But Miguel Guzman, 499. Judge stealing a base up by 7 is crazy. Lots of crazy stuff. Stealing bases up by 7. Fan interference. I mean, there was a lot of just wacky stuff in tonight's game. Jason Alamilo, 499. We got, I'm so effing tired of Roberts punting games. Maybe he should just punt his job away. He lost on purpose. He doesn't want a real trophy. You know what? I knew that this was going to be the Undertaker gif where he's in the coffin and he wakes up, and then the Doomers and the Fire Dave Roberts crowd was going to come out. And look, you guys know that I have my opinions, you have your opinions, and I respect you guys' opinions. So, hey, welcome back to the Fire Dave Roberts crowd. So, yeah, we keep 100 on this one. Of course, you know how I stand on Dave Roberts. I'm a Dave defender. I think that he's going to go to Cooperstown and that no player will ever wear 30 again because of him. But tonight, you just got to let it out. That's what this show is for, little Dodgers therapy session. JBWRC 499. Don't think we were meant to win this game today. Since before the World Series started, Jack, Yoshi, and Butane are lined up with 1 win to go, parade incoming. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that we point out again and again on the show. High leverage guys are available. You went to their bullpen. You've got your rotation set up as well. Your offense has proven again and again this postseason that they can come up with a big hit, that they're relentless, that they can draw their walks. Tonight, though, you gave confidence to this Yankee lineup, and that's the one thing that we've talked about. Tonight, the Dodgers, they drew 3 walks. The Yankees, they drew 6. So the Dodgers kind of got a taste of their own medicine tonight from this Yankees lineup because a lot of those walks, they led to runs. A lot of those missed plays and missed opportunities, they took full advantage of. And it's not like Luis Gil was that impressive, right? He goes 4 innings, gave up 4 earned runs, had 1 strikeout. So, yeah, I mean, everyone can spin the positives. And look, I get it. It's a 3-0 game, and you have leverage when it comes to resting your high leverage guys. With that being said, I just really hope they win this series and that Dave Roberts going conservative tonight and go on the safer side did not wake up that beast in the Bronx. And that crowd's going to be lit again. That crowd is going to be there saying, look, let's send this Yankees team to the West Coast with a win. So, look, it's a 3-1 game. It's a 3-1 series, man. It's not over till it's over. Yogi Berra likes to say it's that too, but tonight I want it to be over. I wanted this series to end. So I don't think there was mismanagement, though. I really don't. I think it was mismanagement would have been if you made the wrong choice and we're going against your initial strategy. This was their strategy. They just have committed to this strategy. It's not like there was some rogue move in between there. They knew what they're going to do. They've gone through with this, and if tomorrow you see them unleash the dogs, roof, 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 and they go after, and you're getting big, high leverage outs. It's a tight game. Remember, you don't have Evan Phillips, right? By the way, you always wonder, man, maybe a little Daniel Hudson forearm tightness or something, arm fatigue, and Evan Phillips come back on the postseason roster. That'd be my dream. But if that all happens tomorrow, forget we ever had this conversation. I'll take a gentleman's sweep happily for a parade. There's no doubt about that. So I wouldn't say it's mismanagement. The thing that changed it tonight, though, was you didn't have a lead late. If the Dodgers even were close to sniffing a late lead, Dave Roberts was going to try to send the kill shots. And you had Shrine and you had Kopech, you had guys they would have sent in those situations. But you have just 3 starters, and that is the situation. Me personally, though, I truly believe that the Daniel Hudson kind of letting him die out there, not at least trying to give this team an opportunity. I think that's where it kind of is the one that I have the quibble with, that I think you could question. But some more super chats, guys. Welcome to the Dodgers Nation post-game show. We're already over an hour. Goodness gracious. How brutal is it to see Boone constantly vomiting sunflower seeds, $5? I know. Can someone give him the Ohtani cup? Can you do it in the Ohtani cup? Come on, Aaron Boone. The Dodger Blue 82 109. Can we give Muncie a blind stick to find the ball? Dodger Blue 82. Got to give you a bruh for that one.
Bruh.
Julio Colmenares 99 cents. Appreciate that. Johnny Lopez $5. D-Mac, can we talk about Lux's throw home? That was bad. What do you think about Tommy to center and Kike to short? I mean, I think that with Kike, he's a better center fielder than he is a shortstop. So the throw for Gavin Lux, look, he's a guy who's never had a great arm, and you saw it on display during that play. But I think that at that point in the game, you're really kind of just cutting your losses. I don't think that you can make a panic move and go against what got you up 3-0, right? If you are down 3-0, if you're down 2-0, if you're trailing in the series, that's when you make the moves. You don't change what got you here. So I'm keeping Tommy Edman. I mean, Miguel Rojas is still dealing with an injury. What if you put Rojas back there and he makes a blunder like we saw in Game 2 in Game 3 of the NLDS during that second inning. And Kike Hernandez is someone I think you want to keep him where he's at. And I don't think you mess with that. And Gavin Lux has played above average defense all season. You're not going to see a ton of plays like that in general, too. It's pretty rare. So I think, look, I love making moves. You guys know that. You know, that's what I do. I love presenting that kind of stuff. But still, Swelling Sausage. Doc is the best punter in baseball. Fire. Dave Roberts. That's from Swelling Sausage. Appreciate it. Forever 199. If we drop the 4 games, yeah. So let's see some more. Appreciate that. Yeah, I think we're all caught up. Should Lux get benched? No, he can't bench Lux. He's fine. He's okay. What's up, D-Mac from Cali B? Let's read some more, guys, and we'll let you enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night. D-Mac, just remember that we win in the end. Let's go Dodgers from Daniel Clark. Boom shakalaka. Ohtani's got a weak mentality. I totally disagree with that because he's playing – and there's a lot of pressure on him, and he's seen a lot of they're pitching him well. And I think that there's a little try hard in his approach. And that's the thing. Shohei always figures it out in the end. I would not be shocked to see him have a signature game, some Shohei Ohtani magic tomorrow. But let's see what Dave had to say after the game, if there was any interesting stuff with that, because don't think that there really was. I mean, yeah, pretty much. Nothing too interesting. So join us tomorrow on Dodgers Dugout Live. We're going to have Talkin' Jake from Talkin' Yankees. So that's going to be exciting. We got some more comments here. There's just some walk-off shots. Ohtani looks like Kim Jong. What? Come on, Boom Shot. You're getting banned for that. You know what? Come on, man. Let's not do that. You're getting banned. Next Monday, holiday, Ohtani automatic out. Okay, the Ohtani doomers are coming up. He shows that wrong. We got a couple more here. Muncy should picture each pitch. Okay, guys. Well, that's it for this episode of the Dodgers Nation post-game show. My name is Doug McCain. You can follow me on X and Instagram. If you haven't yet subscribed to the #1 Dodgers YouTube channel, we gave away 10 T-shirts today. Let's do a T-shirt giveaway tomorrow on the show to hopefully celebrate the World Series. What up, D-Mac from Tokyo? Who was down to give you a shout-out? Arch, my man over there on YouTube. But thank you guys for tuning in. Hit the like button on the way out. Hit the like button on the way out just so we get positive vibes. Hit the like button if you want to see Jack Flaherty give your Dodgers a quality start. Hit the like button if you want to see Dodgers in 5. Thank you so much. Alex Renteria, Phillip, Unique, Cali B, all you guys that helped us get to 100,000 subscribers. Cannot thank you enough. Remember, nothing brings us together quite like Dodger baseball. And until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.